My best friend's dog drowned under my watch. How do we deal with this? So this is going to sound incredibly harsh, and maybe it is, but this needs to be said. How the fuck do you not have better pool safety? That could have been your 7-year-old son dead in the pool. Get a safety fence today, not tomorrow. Your dog already fell in once. Still no fence was put up? One thing you should definitely do is install a fence around your pool if you haven't got one already. They exist to prevent things like that. I don't know where you are, but here I'm pretty sure it's law to have them if you have a pool. Pool covers that float on top of the water are very dangerous to pets. The pet sees it as a surface they can walk on. It then drops them right under like a trap door. It then floats back up, hiding and trapping the pet beneath. You keep replying you grew up in this house and nothing ever happened. Understand that you got lucky, not clever. Kids drown all the time and the stats are scary. Fences change the stats for the better. Emotionally you will feel better knowing you have done everything you can to make your yard a safer place to be. So you have a 7-year-old, but you don't have a pool fence, even after your own pet fell into the pool before this? Since you didn't do this the first time your own dog nearly drowned, the responsibility is kinda on you. You knew it was dangerous with animals and small children around to have only a foil cover on your pool, while not watching it, and didn't care to invest in better security for it. Here's what you do. Thank whatever higher power you believe in it wasn't your kid that fell in while you weren't looking, and put a fence around the pool. Check with your insurance to see if your friend's family can be compensated for burial expenses. Value of the pet if you've not already. Get your son into therapy even if he seems okay. There are many books now available in English for children which are aimed at discussing how trauma can affect people and how to deal with trauma like a terrible thing happened. Maybe there are the same in Norwegian. Importantly, look after yourself as well. You won't be able to help your son to the best standard unless you have support, because you are also traumatized. So take care of yourself as much as you reasonably can. I can't get past the complete lack of safety you have, given that you have a pool, and a really deep one at that, and a child. It's insane that there was such easy access to it. I'm sorry, but I won't coddle your feelings. You had one responsibility. This time it was an innocent dog, but next time it could be a child. Why is your pool not fenced off? My uncle's dog was hit by a car under my mom's watch. It happened in front of her and she was hysterical. The whole thing was just horrible. This happened 5 years ago, and everyone has moved on. My uncle was never bitter towards my mom over it. He was sad that his buddy died, but understood it was just a stupid accident. He also felt bad that my mom felt so guilty. I understand why you are feeling this way. It's such a terrible situation. I think your friends, like my uncle, understand how you are feeling and know that it was a horrible accident. I think this guilt you are feeling will stay with you for a while, but I promise it will go away and you and your friends will move on from it. You're in the worst of it right now, but it'll get better. I don't think I hate you. I stop being your friend, that's for sure. Your pool doesn't have a fence and you have kids and animals? Totally negligent. Well, I'm sorry to come down on you for this, but this was not an accident, it was negligence. If somebody gives you the responsibility of watching their pet, it's pretty much the same as watching their child. It's a member of their family and should be treated as such. You put the responsibility onto a young child while you did something else out of sight, even for a brief period of time. All you can do is tell the people how sorry you are, but I would not expect it to ever salvage that friendship. I am sorry to say that if I were in their shoes, I would never forgive anybody under the circumstances. I wish I were a nicer person than that, and some are, but I'm not. Express your sympathies and ask for forgiveness, but expect to not receive it and move on. The only thing you can do is learn from this. So many people are giving you advice about putting a safety fence up around the pool, and the fact that you haven't done it yet, even though your own dog fell in and you have a young child, isn't putting you in a good light. Do something about that now, or something worse can happen later. Pool fences are aggressively enforced in Australia for exactly this reason, but it actually could have been your kid instead. Frenchies are a dumb, cruel breed already. With their mashed up face, they live life with breathing difficulties the whole time. Please people, stop buying pugs and Frenchies. Put it this way, you were trying to help someone out and actually ill-equipped given your living situation to mind their dumb dog. Be glad it wasn't your kid, it would literally take them just as long to drown. Get a pool fence. You're responsible for this, but the owner is to blame. I'm more concerned that you have a young child unattended around a pool that seemingly isn't fenced off. An accident like this was only a matter of time. Get a fence and be thankful it was just a dog teaching you this lesson and not a child. Frenchies, as all brachycephalic dogs, are famously unable to swim even if there was no cobra over the pool. Knowing this and still leave them unsupervised around a pool, personally, I couldn't forgive you. You remembered you had a pool when you couldn't find the dog? I'm sorry, but what the fuck is wrong with you? What if it were your child that fell in? Jesus Christ. You need to apologize profusely. Please buy a pool fence for your pool, that's a given. You also need to pay them back for the dog.